Honestly, it's no longer news that the UK government have been making different changes to the immigration rules, both the ones that they make publicly and the ones that they do privately. And now the official statement of change has been released, and as expected, there are so many changes that are in this document. So here it is over 130 something pages, but we also have the explanatory memorandum. So this is like the summary of everything, and this explains it even better. First of all, it talks about the changes that have been made to visit visa requirements on Trinidad and Tobago, and down to the changes to the Ukraine scheme, then changes relating to the EU settlement scheme, down to changes to exemption for British nationals, and then short-term study. A genuine intention to study rule has been added to append the short-term students to the immigration rules. This will enable case workers to refuse applications where they are not satisfied the applicant on this route has a genuine intention to study the course listed on their application and to leave the UK at the end of their course, down to changes to the skilled worker route. Now, changes are being made to the provisions for care workers and senior care workers. These changes are being made in response to the growing pool of workers in these routes who no longer have sponsorship because their sponsors have been unable to offer sufficient work and or have lost their sponsor licenses. Obviously, we know that this has been going on for a while, especially since the UK government made some significant changes to this care worker visa route. A lot of sponsors lost their license. So the government is saying that they have made huge changes to this care worker route and for senior care workers. And these changes require sponsors to try to recruit from this pool of workers who are seeking new employment before seeking to sponsor new recruits from other immigration routes or from overseas. So basically, for those that are in the UK already that their sponsor's license have been revoked, for those that are in the UK already that don't have jobs, maybe you have sponsorship but your sponsors, your employers do not have jobs, okay? Now, those that are looking for new employees would have to recruit this set of people first, okay? They will have to make sure that they fulfill the requirement of recruiting care workers in the UK first before they look outside the UK. So to enforce this requirement, sponsors must provide confirmation from the relevant regional or sub-regional partnership that they have tried to recruit in this way and confirm that no suitable workers were available from this pool. So this is basically to protect those that are in the UK already, because we understand, for those that have been following the news and everything that's been going on with this visa routes, you will know that a lot of people are in this situation currently. A lot of people are stranded. A lot of people are looking for jobs. Of course, when your sponsor's license have been revoked, you know that you have limited time to be in the UK and everything. But the government is now saying that new employers would have to seek out these people first, okay? And employers would have to show, they will have to show proof, they will have to show confirmation that they have done this, that they have looked within this pool of workers who do not have jobs anymore, that are already in the UK. And once they have showed all of that and fulfilled that, oh, we have looked within this space and we couldn't find anybody, so please permit us to now recruit from outside the UK. So now you cannot just go ahead and recruit from outside the UK anymore. No, you'd have to fulfill this requirement first, okay? This is now a mandatory requirement for employers in this sector. They would have to recruit people in the UK first that are in this pool before they can look outside the UK. Let me tell you all about Temu. Temu is an online market platform where you can buy great quality products at affordable prices. You can't get their prices anywhere. It's unbeatable. So you can buy products from different categories ranging from fashion, your wigs, lip gloss, lipstick, earrings, jewelries, basically everything you need to look good and be fashionable. You can get them on Temu. You can also buy things you need for your kitchen or even home decor. So let's say you're moving into a new home, you can buy everything you need in your home from Temu. Just like this one where you can hang your keys, it says home sweet home. You can get lunch boxes for your children. This is so beautiful and of great quality. I got this for my air fryer as well, different spoons, pots, frying pans, different things. See my beautiful shoes that I got as well, very nice. Let's look at those beautiful jackets I have on, and there's another one here, so pretty. children are not left out. I got this board for my kids to write on. It came with different markers, eraser, and I got a smaller one as well. You can get different learning tools for your toys. I got this timer. I saw this one at a friend's place, and then I tried getting it from other websites. They were expensive, but guess what? I bought it for a cheaper price on Temu, and it's of great quality. And of course, as a content creator, trust me to get everything I need to make content creation very easy. Just like this phone stand that I got, there's also a smaller one, very portable and pocket friendly. There's also the LED light that I got as well for my background, just like the background I have on. This one is so beautiful, different colors. This is for decoration as well, right? Guys, you can get for your office, your home, for your children, and for your pets as well. Trust me, Temu is the app for you, and what you order is exactly what you will get. And with my coupon code as well, you will get a huge discount. I'll leave all the links you need in the description box. Just get the app and enjoy seamless and beautiful shopping experience. Get your products and goods delivered at your doorsteps. Thank you, Temu, for sponsoring today's video. So these changes relate only to care jobs with working locations entirely in England. Application relating to working locations in Scotland, Wales, or Northern Ireland are unaffected. Okay, so the changes also do not apply to workers in England who were already sponsored in these occupations before the changes take effect, including those changing employers or those switching from other immigration routes who have been working lawfully for their sponsor for at least 3 months. Now, changes are also being made to update the minimum salary floor from 23,200 per year or £11.90 per hour to 25,000 per year or £12.82 per hour. So this is the minimum salary now for you to be qualified to be sponsored. Okay, currently it is 23,200 or £11.90 per hour. You have to be earning this as a care worker in the UK before you can get qualified, before you can be qualified to be sponsored. But now from April now is going to be 25,000 per year. Okay, you have to earn up to £25,000 before you be qualified to be sponsored on this visa. So all these changes have been made because of the rising cost of living, the increase in the minimum wage, and everything that is also taking effect in April as well. We all understand that a lot of changes are taking effect this April, so this is also part of the changes that will be taking effect from April. Everybody's salary is being increased. In fact, the national minimum wage has been increased, right? So nobody is expected to earn anything less than the national minimum wage. This is the minimum. That's the minimum wage that anybody working in the UK can earn. So for people in this category, before you be qualified to be sponsored, you have to earn £25,000. We know that they increased the salary threshold for a skilled worker visa sometime last year to £38,000. But now for those in this category, it's been increased to £25,000. So different changes are being made. Obviously, it's expected because the government have been saying it right from the very first day they got into office that they will keep making changes. And even now that the immigration topic is getting hotter, a lot of changes have been made and are being made. So brace up, guys, because we're going to see even more changes. I think it's going to even get more difficult now, for people outside the UK to get sponsorship, because now employers now have to show, that the government have been really strict with employers in the UK, with offering them sponsor licenses and all of that, but they're even making it stricter for them because you now have to show that you have tried employing people in the UK, people within this pool of workers that was mentioned, and you didn't see anybody. So you'd have to show proof of that before you be allowed to sponsor overseas applicants. So you just have to, if you're outside the UK, you have to keep equipping yourself, getting the required skills or everything you need that would make you an ideal candidate for these roles, because it's even going to be more competitive now. They also said they're going to publish an immigration white paper shortly. I wonder what is going to be in this immigration white paper. You know, I mentioned it earlier in one of my videos, you know, where they talked about changes they want to make to the graduate route visa and all of that, you know, the post-study work visa. So we really don't know what this changes or what this white paper will contain, because they've mentioned it countless times and saying that brace yourself, guys, prepare yourself, the white paper is coming and we have a lot of shocker in it for you guys, you know. But hopefully everything is going to be fine, right? It's not going to be that bad. So going rates for individual occupations in healthcare and education are also being updated. So changes are also being made to the rules concerning deductions from an applicant's salary. These changes are being made for consistency with how paid allowances for the same purposes are treated, to mitigate against sponsorship costs being passed on to applicants, and to close an unintended loophole whereby applicants could effectively pay towards their own salary through investing in their sponsor's business. Guys, a lot of these things happen, right? So the Home Office knows that all these things were going on, because the victims came out to cry out. We all saw the news, it was everywhere. A lot of them granted interviews talking about their experiences, you know, and everything that was going on, right? It was a lot of people were victims to this, but the government now is putting all of these things in place to like curb it and say enough is enough. If you're going to be employing anybody, you have to show proof that you have jobs. You're going to pay them the, you know, everything. You're going to pay them what they work for. They're going to work the number of hours that they have signed, and you're going to pay them. You have to have jobs that can pay them that salary, and you have to show proof. Okay, so the government is really trying to close up on that. So a change is being made to confirm that where an applicant is claiming a new entry salary reduction based on training towards a recognized professional qualification, this must be a UK qualification. There were also some updates to the global talent visa as well. They also talked about changes to administrative review, and then changes to settlement requirements in various work routes. When I first saw this, I was like, what's going on? But then I now read it and I understood. Okay, I said, calm down. They're just trying to clarify some things. Okay, so corrections are being made to definitions and settlement requirements relating to the following routes. 1, skilled worker, Tier 2 Minister of Religion, representative of an overseas business, global talent, innovator founder, and international sports person. So this clarified that the qualifying period for settlement as a lead applicant in these routes must consist of time spent in the UK as a lead applicant, not as a dependent. Dependents may qualify for settlement separately based on time spent in the UK as a dependent. So this clarifies the policy position following previous statements of changes which had unintentionally made the drafting unclear. We have seen that there's been some arguments and debates around this, because like they said, you know, it made it a bit unclear, but now they are clarifying it and making it very easy to understand. And due to the introduction of e-visas, the Home Office is phasing out issuing any physical proof of status, and in 2024 stopped issuing biometric residence permits. Therefore, we are replacing references to issuing such physical products in the rules with references to biomedical immigration documents, which can be either physical or digital. They also made some clarifications on charity worker visa as well, you know, that the provision of accommodation is not prohibited for applicants on these routes. They have also put some certain things in place to help number of care workers who have been displaced as a result of non-compliant sponsors losing their license, and these changes are aimed to helping those already in the UK who have been affected, to helping them back into work within the care sector before new international workers are recruited, right? So the government, they are trying to put things in place to help everyone whose sponsors license have been revoked, you know, those that have been stranded, those basically care workers in the UK that really don't have jobs or that have encountered one problem or the other with their employers and everything. On part of the government, this one is really, really good, because, you know, on a greater extent, it's not the fault of people that came to the UK to work, right? They got a job in the UK, applied for visas, came in, only to discover that these employers scammed them. And finally, they are saying that the government is really committed to make immigration rules, to simplify the immigration rules and make it very easy to understand. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Anything that comes up, I'm definitely going to let you guys know. And immediately I saw this, maybe this was released, of course, what else am I doing myself than to come and share with you guys all of this? Is just so that you'll be informed, because like I always say, if you're well informed, you will not be deformed, and you will definitely make right decisions. Okay, you make well informed decisions as well. So yeah, if any other thing comes up, trust me to let you guys know. And remember, this is not an immigration advice, this is just me sharing this for information purposes, strictly for information purposes. So if you need an expert or professional advice, do well to get one. This does not replace it. Okay, thank you everyone for watching today's video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.